Someone said if you really want to know what's going on, listen to the truckers. So I searched and I found hundreds and hundreds of those videos. 75% of truckers voted for Donald Trump. I don't want to say you're entering your fuck around and find out phase, but it's like that's exactly what's happening. You are getting exactly what you voted for. You guys are getting laid off. You're not having jobs to fulfill because the shipment yard is empty. Companies are canceling their shipments because of Donald Trump's tariffs. Blanket tariffs. Something he said his whole entire election cycle that he was going to do. Something that we screamed from the mountaintops was a horrendous idea. And yet here we are. You guys are losing your jobs and struggling to feed your families. And our prices at the stores, all of our prices at the stores, are going to go up. Donald Trump's America, man. Anyways, my name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow or you won't see my face again. Thank you.
Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by, supporting your girl on this channel. So credit goes to the creators in this video. So guys, in today's video, looks like truckers for Trump are finding out why. All right, because now Trump has signed an executive order that says if you don't speak English as a trucker, you are not fit for the road, guys. And we all know who constitutes majority of these truckers, right? Hispanic, Latinos, and all of that. Guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section, because it's the finding out season. Let me know if you agree or you disagree. Let's watch these videos to see.
Tonight, truck drivers who aren't fluent in English could be removed from the road. The president signed an executive order that would force drivers to pass English literacy tests, arguing it would make roads safer. Tonight, KENS 5's Rania Kaur has the perspective of Texas truckers on both sides of the aisle.
Eagle Pass Cecil Tucker helps operate a trucking company, delivering car parts and flatbed rocks from Mexico.
In my opinion, he's penalizing the Hispanic drivers from Mexico. Yes, there's bad apples in every bunch, but I mean, how come it's, my opinion, they're being singled out.
And a new executive order signed by President Trump requires drivers to now be proficient in English, passing English literacy tests, or else they'll be removed from the road.
They can text English, they can read English, but they can't speak it, and they're penalized.
Tucker says they already have drivers who are quitting.
We're very small. We got 5 trucks right now, from 11 to 5. I've already had 2.
And it's going to limit the industry.
Who's going to pick up the loads from Monterey, Saltillo that are required to go door-to-door services to Michigan, to Kansas City?
Well, Tucker believes this is going to negatively impact the industry. The Texas Trucking Association has been pushing for these measures.
In a statement, the Texas Trucking Association said in part, President Trump's executive order restoring English proficiency enforcement for truck drivers is a necessary and common sense step to improve public safety on America's roads. Importantly, it is addressing the issue where it should be addressed at the federal level.
The United States is already short enough on truck drivers as it is. All right. I don't think this is fair, and I don't think, in my opinion, he's penalizing the Hispanic drivers from Mexico.
Does anybody remember last week I said Trump was going to tank the trucking industry? And I was right. I have seen video after video after video of truckers on here boo-hoo crying, real tears, because now they're not getting any loads unless they're hauling food or fuel, or maybe, you know, like power lines for electrical equipment or something for down power lines. They're not making any goddamn money right now. But it's not like Trump didn't tell him that during his campaign. He said he was going to impose those tariffs, and still 75% of truckers voted for Donald Trump. So right now they're in fuck around and find out phase. And I'm sure some Weisenheimer's going to get on here and say, well, it's going to affect us all. I'm sure it will. But when I roll over at night and wipe the slobber off the side of my motherfucking face, I remember that when I went in the booth, I clicked the lever for Kamala Harris. I didn't vote against my own goddamn interests. Now, those truckers better get on here and keep crying those goddamn boo-hoo tears and maybe drum up enough views to pay their goddamn mortgage this month. Because their sympathy is only going to run out, or our interest in their goddamn sob stories is only going to last 3 to 5 business motherfucking days, and we'll be on to the next fuck around and find out story. Now run the fuck along, you stupid motherfuckers that voted for Trump. Toodaloo.
While the economy is collapsing in the United States due to Trump's tariffs, he was busy signing an executive order requiring truck drivers to be able to read and write in English. He is making this a job requirement to drive a truck in the United States. So when you get asked now if you're stopped at a way station or whatever and you have to prove that you can read English and write English, and you say, I don't know how to do either of those or one of those, they can have you removed as a driver, remove your license, and have you detained. But if Trump says he doesn't know how to do his job, where he says he doesn't know if he has to uphold the Constitution, that's literally what he swore an oath to do. He is saying he doesn't know how to do that, or know if he has to do that. He's allowed to keep his job, but if a driver doesn't know how to read and write English, even though they can still drive fine, they lose their job. But Trump doesn't know how to do his job, and he gets to keep it? How does this make any sense? Someone please explain.
America, brace yourselves for what's coming. Obviously, if you don't know, I'm a truck driver. We are in a recession right now. Banks have announced a recession, right? And unfortunately, us as truck drivers, we've been feeling this. Some will tell you a year, 2 years, 3 years, but the public has not realized this until now, right? Now, what's going to happen is it's like deja vu all over again. Warehouses are running out of product. They have only so much, and the rest is going to be relied on other countries. Unfortunately, due to the tariffs, we don't have anything to rely on right now, right? Amazon just announced they're laying off thousands of people across the country. For example, my son works at UPS part-time while he's in college. They cut his hours and many of their hours, right? Let's start. Whoever had a car note is going to get their car repossessed. The housing market, foreclosure is going to happen. Bankruptcy is going to happen. There's nothing wrong with bankruptcy. Starting all over. Donald Trump, our president, our commander-in-chief, has filed bankruptcy multiple times under corporation names, right? So that's normal. Fresh start. But we have to understand Donald Trump, I've always said this, right? On paper, it looks good what he's trying to do. What I mean by that is, ladies and gentlemen, for it to look good on paper, in reality, we would have to reset back into the late 80s, early 90s. What does that mean when I say that? The way things cost the average American to live. We would have to go back to those days for manufacturing jobs to come back in our country and for people to be able to work in these manufacturers. Other than that, you would have to put robots in these warehouses for it to work. The average American wants a very good hourly pay, lucrative, wants 401k, wants health insurance. All that's going to come from the consumer. When the product is being made, all that has to come into consideration and break it down per unit, per cost. It's a little too late for that, right? That's just the way it is.
Trump just said that you have to speak English to drive a fucking truck. Hello, Mom. How are you today? Now, Mom, I just want to let you know that I cannot drive a truck anymore. Donald Trump just passed a new law that if you do not speak English, or if you have a really beautiful accent like me, that means you have to leave the trucking industry. Okay, Mama, I'm coming. Yeah, what's up, everybody? So I have something to tell you, okay? If you're a truck driver, I have a bad news for you. Because Donald Trump just enforced executive some sort of order that I cannot even pronounce. If you do not speak or read and write the English, that means you have to leave the trucking industry. That means you cannot be a truck driver anymore. This is not the first time they've done that. Back in 2016, they had a same rule. You know why? Because there's a lot of accidents happening in America. Right now, the truck drivers, they're crashing into bushes, they're crashing into other cars, they're crashing into all the pretty Latino women, they're crashing into everybody. If they allow the trucks around the White House, they will fucking crash into the White House also. So that's what the Donald Trump trying to do right now, that if you want to drive a truck, you gotta know how to read and write, okay? You gotta know how to speak English. So you can see those big fucking orange or yellow signs. You don't make no mistakes, okay? So I guess Try to learn, because I fucking told you so many times. So many times I dropped the links. So many times I try to help you. But it looks like you guys are too fucking busy watching the TikTok video. Now go drive a Uber or something. Oh, I forgot. The same rule applies to the Uber also. So maybe get into construction, I guess.
Breaking news for truck drivers. If Trump wasn't already screwing truck drivers over before with the empty shipping containers and the ports, now he's requiring you to speak English. Now that might not be a problem for a lot of you. Well, maybe it is. But I think this is, I don't know, a little FAFO. So truck drivers, you thought Trump cared about you because a lot of you voted for him. So if you don't speak English, how many of your counterparts don't speak English? Would you say it's 5 out of 10 that you meet? Whether it be Spanish, a different language, Russian, whatever it is. How many truckers that you meet don't speak English? And if Trump is literally managing your life down to what language you speak in America, what else do you think he's going to do? Well, do you think he'll be like a woman and taking away your right to go to the doctor and choose to have a baby? What about all other rights? So I guess we only apply things to people who are white, rich, speak English, and live in the White House, or you're a billionaire. If you don't see how when he said he's going to go Republican because they're the dumbest people, I don't know what to tell you. So congratulations, truckers. You have gotten your FAFO.